A candle never loses its light while lighting another candle. This ancient proverb speaks to the power of shared knowledge, a principle I strive to embody in my work. Today we shine a light on a hidden danger lurking in many of our favorite foods, acrylamide. While not an ingredient you'll find listed on labels, acrylamide forms during cooking and poses significant health risks. By understanding this threat, we can make informed choices to protect ourselves and our loved ones. We often associate the aroma of freshly baked bread or crispy fries with culinary pleasure. However, these appealing smells and flavors can mask the formation of a potentially harmful chemical compound. Acrylamide, a probable human carcinogen, emerges when certain foods are cooked at high temperatures. It's a prime example of how seemingly harmless culinary practices can have unintended consequences for our health. Our journey toward healthier eating involves understanding these hidden dangers. Just as a candle illuminates the darkness, awareness empowers us to make choices that support well-being. By exploring the science behind acrylamide formation and its impact on our bodies, we can take charge of our health, one plate at a time. Let's delve deeper into this often overlooked food toxin. Acrylamide is not an additive deliberately introduced into our food. Instead, it forms naturally during high-heat cooking, specifically when starchy foods like potatoes and grains reach temperatures above 248 degrees Fahrenheit or 120 degrees Celsius. This typically occurs during baking, frying, roasting, and grilling. The culprit behind this chemical reaction is the amino acid asparagine, which is found naturally in many plant-based foods. When asparagine interacts with sugars like glucose and fructose at high temperatures, acrylamide is born. Picture this: you're baking a potato in the oven. As the internal temperature of the potato climbs, the asparagine within begins to react with the natural sugars. The higher the temperature and the longer the cooking time, the more acrylamide accumulates. This process is particularly pronounced in carbohydrate-rich foods cooked to achieve that desirable browning. Think of the crispy edges of French fries, the golden crust of bread, or the deep brown color of roasted coffee beans. While these characteristics often signal flavor, they can also indicate the presence of acrylamide. Understanding this chemical reaction is the first step toward making healthier choices. By being mindful of cooking temperatures and times, we can significantly reduce acrylamide formation in our food. The presence of acrylamide in our food supply is concerning due to its classification as a probable human carcinogen by the International Agency for Research on Cancer. Extensive research, including animal studies and human observational studies, suggests a link between acrylamide intake and an increased risk of certain types of cancer. While more research is needed to fully understand the long-term effects of acrylamide exposure in humans, the evidence we have is substantial enough to warrant caution. Animal studies have shown that acrylamide can cause cancer in various organs, including the mammary glands, thyroid, and adrenal glands. Although these studies cannot be directly extrapolated to humans, they raise significant concerns about potential risks. Furthermore, acrylamide is not just a potential carcinogen, it's also a neurotoxin. This means it can damage nerve cells, potentially leading to problems with muscle weakness, coordination, and sensory perception. While severe neurotoxic effects are typically associated with high-level occupational exposure to acrylamide, even lower levels in food could contribute to subtle neurological changes over time. The potential for harm, particularly in terms of cancer risk and neurotoxicity, highlights the importance of minimizing acrylamide exposure through informed dietary choices and cooking practices. While the presence of acrylamide in our food supply may seem concerning, the good news is that we can take simple steps to minimize our exposure. By understanding how acrylamide forms and which foods contain it, we can make informed choices that prioritize our health. First and foremost, be mindful of cooking temperatures and times. As we learned earlier, acrylamide formation accelerates at high temperatures. Whenever possible, opt for cooking methods that utilize lower heat and longer cooking times, such as steaming, boiling, poaching, or slow cooking. When roasting or baking, aim for a light golden color rather than a deep brown. If you enjoy the crispy texture of fried foods, consider air frying as a healthier alternative that significantly reduces acrylamide formation. Additionally, be conscious of your food choices. While it's impossible to completely eliminate acrylamide from our diets, we can reduce our intake by choosing fresh, whole foods over heavily processed options. Remember, knowledge is power. By arming ourselves with information about acrylamide and its effects, we can make conscious decisions that promote well-being. Small changes in our cooking habits and food choices can have a significant impact on our overall health in the long run. Please like, subscribe, and share. A candle never loses its light while lighting another candle. Thank you for watching.